Hi, my name is Petra Cook, and I'm from Washington, D.C., and this is my project for week 2 of music production at Coursera.org. And what we're going to do today is we're going to set up a project in our DAW, and in this case it's Sonor. We're going to use the pre-production checklist, and the 5 elements on the checklist are proper name for your project and checking the locations, setting up your digital audio preferences, recording the file, setting the recording file type, your hardware settings, and setting your buffer size. So let's go ahead and we'll start a new project. And the first thing we want to do is make sure we've named it properly and checking on your location. And in this case, what we want to do is we want to leave the location of the files are going to go into the presets of the software. In this case, it's going to go into your Cakewalk projects and your audio. Let's go ahead and name this. We're going to call it, let's see, checklist setup test. Just so we've got a decent name for it so we know what we're doing. And the settings here, it's set to normal. And we'll go ahead and click OK. And on the video, obviously, I think you can only see a small portion of the thing, the way my video thing works, but we're going to go ahead and see what we can do. The next thing we want to do is we want to set our digital audio preferences, and we want to make sure we've got 48K hertz sampling and 24-bit depth. So we'll go on into the options, and then we will go to audio, and we'll go to the general tab. Here we want to make sure that we've got our bit depth, we've got 24. We've got our sampling rate set to 48. Also here, we can actually go to the Advanced tab, and we can take care of our number 5 on our checklist for our buffer. And here we want to make sure that everything is set to 128. So if you see here, we have our records for our buffer size set to 128 for the 128 on the samples. We can also set up our file type, which is the broadcast. Make sure we apply this and do OK. And then we can go to global, and we can make sure we've got our broadcast waves by default. So everything that you're recording should go to your broadcast wave. The other thing we want to do is check on our hardware settings. And here I really don't have much for hardware to be set up. I don't really have a way to test it very well, but I do have a controller set up right now. Let's see if it'll... Okay, we've got it hooked up. You can come here, and you can actually take a look at the track properties, and we've got our input, we've got our output. Our input is coming through here, and we've got our output. It's using a wavetable synth. And there's a few other settings here that you could be able to change to make sure your hardware is working properly. In this case, my controller is kind of plug and play, so it's kind of hard to show exactly what's going on with the hardware settings. But I think that's everything in our checklist, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you for taking a look at this. We will try to add to this video a little bit later on in the project to show more things that you can do within Sonor. And that would be it. Thank you. Bye.